going on. Sundays are really interesting for me because I just tend to stay at home a lot of the time. But when I do go out, it's usually for an activity if the family is doing an activity. But today I just thought, you know what? I feel like just not dressing up, but just getting dressed and going out. So I've got a few things I'm going to be doing. But this is not a major thing. This is not a massive, when I'm doing these live streams sometimes, they don't have to always be about serious topics or about what's going on in the world. But this is just a piece of news that I saw on MSN. So I watch the Gladiators. I'm a big fan of the show. Giant is actually one of my favourite male contenders, gladiators. And I just saw an article. I was browsing through MSN and it said that Giant, the gladiator, has been kicked off the show because he's dating an OnlyFans model. They call them models. He's dating an OnlyFans person. And the reason, it's not even that he got kicked off for dating that person. He got kicked off because he's doing a podcast on YouTube with her. So what I wanted to ask you guys, really, if you jump on, is do you think if people are in positions where they're held as role models, because obviously loads of kids watch the show, they have to be perfect. I know for a fact there's not probably many stories out there about gladiators who are, you know, doing the wrong things. You see their YouTube and their Facebook, it's very light-hearted, it's very child-friendly. You know, you've got Legend, his real name is Matt. He just does funny skits. He's got children. He brings his family into it. Nitro is squeaky clean. He's been on Strictly. He's been on MasterChef. I can't imagine him getting involved in any drama. Most of them are family friendly, and it's a family friendly show. So I suppose what I want to ask people is it going too far to tell them how they should live and then kick them off the show if they're doing something which is considered as not being family friendly? So what he's saying, Giant is saying really, is that what he does on his social media, on his Instagram, on his YouTube, on his podcast, has got nothing to do with who he is on Gladiator. He actually said that Giant, his alter ego, or Giant, his character, but I think his name's Jamie, he can do what he wants. What do you think? Do you think that gladiators or anyone in family-friendly shows should be kicked off the show if they do anything? I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. And I think the thing that comes up with it, whoever's joining, feel free to leave your comment. If he just dated this OnlyFans model or this OnlyFans person, and he wasn't on social media making podcasts with her, he wasn't on social media. What they're saying really is because he's affiliated with someone who does think something like that. So OnlyFans, if people know what OnlyFans is, it's basically you're selling. You're not always selling sex. Sometimes you're just a beautiful woman or man and you are titillating people for money. They subscribe. People make lots of money on there. But yeah, it is sexual, obviously. So what they're saying is, because he's on Gladiator, I'm torn between this, you see. I think when you sign up to a family-friendly show, and I'd love to hear the comments, what other people think. When you sign up to a family-friendly show, I think you do have it's not your fault, but you do become like a role model. You've got the kids in the audience and in the show that are holding up posters. You are expected to sort of be squeaky clean, like most of the gladiators are. But at the same time, does that mean he can't date someone he loves? I respect him. I'm torn because when I saw it, I was really sad because I thought, what have you put? Good morning, Valdemir. So I was torn because I was thinking, I don't want Giant to go off the show. Hi from Brazil. Thanks for joining all the way from Brazil. I don't want him off the show because he's a big part of the show. Not only because he's called Giant and he's massive. He's one of the biggest gladiators on there. He's entertaining to watch. But then I thought, love is love. If he's obviously someone who wants to find love, he's not just going to say, I'm not going to date this OnlyFans model. He's fine with what she does for a living. He's not got a problem with it. So should the BBC be able to say, well, we don't think... He was on Instagram, Giant was, saying that he's not going to be he's not going to be, what's the word? He's not going to be bullied into giving up his relationship. He really likes her. It sounds like he really likes her. I don't... What would you do? Guys, what would you do? If I was in a position, I think, where I was earning lots of money, where I was had a big following, where I was on a top TV show, and I was really popular. Oh, thanks. Have a nice day as well, Val. I don't know what I would do if I met the person of my dreams. But how I view it as well, though, is I think there's loads of people that are your soulmates. I don't think you have one soulmate. And I think it depends on where you are in your life. If you're at the peak of your career and your career is the most important thing to you at that time, then I don't think anything should get in the way. I don't think a person should be it. I don't think money should get in. Nothing should get in. But then at the same time, oh, Hayley, oh, you've put 100%. At the same time, what if that is the love of your life? Are you going to just give that person up? I feel sorry for him because I think he's going to regret it. This is my personal opinion. I think the reason he's going to regret it is because there's no guarantee that that relationship is going to work out. And as much as he loves her, she's got an income from OnlyFans. What would be interesting is I wonder if she would give up OnlyFans so that he could stay on Gladiators. That would be an interesting dilemma, wouldn't it? Would she give up her OnlyFans so that he could stay on Gladiator, because then he wouldn't be associated with someone who does OnlyFans? But would she? She probably wouldn't, because she'd say, "Well, I've built up my subscribers." Hi, Gracie. Hi. She would probably say, "I've built up my subscribers. I've built up my career on OnlyFans. I've got loads of people." They're making, some of these people on OnlyFans are making £50,000 a month or more. You know, hi, Craig. Yeah, that's fine. People, they're making big money. So if you were making £15,000 to £50,000 a month, I suppose, yeah, it would be hard for you to give that up. But Gladiators is more than what the money, isn't it? It's about the adoration. It's about the fact that people from all backgrounds, people from all ages love the show. The show's been going. I used to watch the show when in the 80s, when you had like Wolf and Jet and who else, Cobra. You know, I'm a massive Gladiators fan. So when the new series came back, I was excited. It's never going to beat the old original, but I was watching it. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Oh, thanks for bringing all your family, Craig, to watch this live stream. Yeah, we're talking about Gladiators. What do you guys think? Is it going to... and I think this is what I was thinking about the other day. When they're choosing the Gladiators, because if you notice, has anyone noticed that Athena was not on the recent series? She just disappeared off the recent series, Athena. And they probably thought no one noticed, but I noticed. She wasn't in any of the games, and it didn't say she was injured. Now, what I think is, it's because Gladiators is not just about power and presence. It's about personality. Look at those 3 Ps: power, presence, personality. So if you are, thanks, Craig. So if you are, someone saying what? I'm talking about Giant, if you just realised. Giant has been kicked off Gladiators program because he's dating an OnlyFans model. And so if you're on a show like, someone keeps saying what, you have to, if you join the live stream 8 minutes in, then you might not catch everything, but you can watch the replay. So Athena, one of the Gladiators, she was kicked off. She hasn't been kicked off, but they haven't mentioned it. I want to know what's going on. Does anyone know why Athena wasn't in the last series at all? She's one of the female Gladiators. Oh, thanks, Craig, for subscribing. There'll be more. I don't really do live streams as much, but I do a lot of, I'll do eating out. I'm going to be doing lots of short breaks. But when something comes up that I'm interested in, I'll do a quick live stream. So, yeah. So with the Gladiators, they have to have personality. So if you notice people like Diamond, Fury, Saber's one of my favourite females. She's got charisma. She's funny. She's interesting. And then you've got others that are just there. Dynamite's also a good gladiator. They're all good gladiators, but for the show to continue and for people to be interested in watching the show on a Saturday night, they have to make it interesting, and they have to make the people on there, like Legend is funny. And obviously that's probably not who he is, but you know, him being arrogant and thinking he's the best is part of his character. They have a character. Nitro is energetic. Some people find him irritating. I just take him for what he is. He's not someone that I'd want to be. He'd probably, because he doesn't switch off and because he's a bit energetic, I don't know if I'd want to be around him for like days on end, because he probably wouldn't be able to slow down. But I like him. I don't mind him. I think the show's going to be different without Giant. I think it's just it's just going to be different. I reckon they're going to either replace him with someone similar, who's like really big, because you've got Bionic. Bionic is also quite big and he's quite muscly as well. He'll probably fill the gap. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to end it here because I've not got loads to say on this. This was just something I was interested in. Thank you, everyone that joined. Craig, appreciate it. And for bringing your little kids into it as well, your sister, Rosie, Grace. So, yeah, let's see what happens. I'm still going to watch the Gladiators. You know, when I was younger, I even considered going on there. Where I'm at the moment is I'm at Alexander Stadium. So this stadium, I walk around it. This would have been my stadium when I was younger. I was a 200 meters runner. So at school, I was really good, and I had to make a decision of whether I was going to become a professional athlete. And this was going to be my training stadium, Alexander Stadium. So I've got a deep connection with it. I come here quite a lot. I've even been on the track. I was on the track when I did the 5K for campaign against living miserably. They let me go on the track. You have to pay a little bit of money, but yeah. So I'm into sports and things, and I'm just wondering, you know, I could have probably been a gladiator. Could I have been a gladiator? Would I? What I'm trying to say is there's a lot of discipline that goes into it. There's a lot of, it's not just about the fact of how you're held in high regard, your behavior and stuff. It's about, you know, you've got to eat healthily, you've got to train regularly, there's a lot involved, you know. So I feel sorry for him. What I'm hoping, and let's all hope, is that there's a compromise. I hope now that he's spoken out about how sad he feels, but he's not going to change his mind. What I'd like the BBC to do is to realise how popular he is. He's one of the most popular gladiators, and for them to like reconsider. And also I'd want his girlfriend to maybe reconsider as well. Like, does she have to? She could take a break from OnlyFans for the next series so that Giant could probably be on the next series and then they could get back together. That's probably what I would do. I'd probably say to the person, let's either secretly date each other, but then you probably get caught out, or let's take a break, let her take a break from that role. And then if I was dating an exotic dancer, I've been to those exotic dances. I don't know who's watching this, but I went once, and like I was getting slated on Facebook. Literally, I went, my friend tricked me into it. She said, we're going out for a night out. We turned up, and it was at one of these exotic dancing places. Well, there was only one of him. He was dressed as a fireman. And yeah, I got involved. You know, I poured oil on his body. I was rubbing his chest. I mean, to me, it's just a bit of fun. It's entertainment. But loads of people would be like, you know, I'd never date someone who does that sort of dancing. Or, you know, they were it's really judgmental. So if I was, say, in a certain position, and then I was dating someone who was, some people call it stripping. He didn't strip down, this guy. He literally had a fireman's outfit on. You put oil on him. He put a bit of cream on. It was low key, you know, it wasn't anything major. But say if you're in a relationship with someone who's doing that sort of thing, but you're in a position of high regard, it is tough because people are going to judge you on the person you're dating, but also it goes against you. So thank you everyone that joined, because it's a Sunday. I wish everyone a happy bank holiday if you're in the UK, because we've got bank holiday tomorrow. I'm going to stay at home tomorrow, do nothing at all. That's why I'm out today. I'm going to go for a walk now around this beautiful stadium, get a bit of fresh air. Have a great Sunday, and thanks for joining, and thank you for subbing, Craig. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to be doing lots more. So I'm doing this thing where I'm doing self-care Saturday. That's where I get out on a Saturday, do a certain activity. I've got a few short breaks coming up. When the weather gets better, I'll be doing a few more things. So yes, stay tuned, and thanks. Have a great Sunday. Bye, everyone.